In this video, we'll be talking about Moon and Pisces in the first house. So if you have this placement, you are in the right place. With that being said, what the Moon and Pisces creates is it creates an expanded moon, because the moon is the ruler of Cancer, and Pisces is the ninth sign from Cancer. So there's an influence of ninth energy, and what ninth is about in astrology is it's about expansion, and it's about excess and abundance, and it's also about faith. So in a direct sense, when you have the moon in Pisces, this indicates that you are somebody that has faith in your feelings, or you make assumptions, emotional assumptions. Since the moon rules not assumptions, it rules emotions, and it rules the creative process, but it also rules like our resources and what it is that we use as a resource to accomplish things, or to develop ourselves in life. It's like our home, and the moon rules the home life. It rules the family, but it also rules our inner home, our emotions, our security, what makes us feel comfortable, and the skills and the things that we use in order to remain comfortable and in order to achieve an objective. So anyways, all these things become more expanded when the moon is in Pisces, and there's a stronger need for those things. Or what it can indicate as well is somebody that has faith in their resources. So people that have moon in Pisces tend to always have faith that they're going to have enough to go around, or that they'll have enough to survive or be at the next level that they want to be at. They have an idealistic approach to their resources and to their wealth and their investments. And so a lot of times they can be more emotionally gullible. And what that means is that it's easy for people to convince you of things emotionally and make you feel responsible for emotions that aren't yours. So a lot of times this placement creates empathic individuals, and ultimately it just makes you somebody that is emotionally susceptible and that needs to put boundaries in order to not be taken advantage of by other people, especially being made the victim or being made responsible for things. A lot of times, people that have the moon in Pisces, their emotions can fluctuate a lot, and they are sensitive to a lot of things. And so they're always emotionally changing. Their moods are changing a lot, and their moods can be kind of swingy. But there's so many ways that this placement manifests. But when it is in the first house, this means that your moon, your sensitivity, your intuition, and your feelings is the lens that you see the world through, because the ascendant or the first house shows us our point of view, especially the ascendant. But the first house is about our actions. It's about our identity, our personality. So your emotions are very much in alignment to your identity and to who it is that you think you are, and what situation that you believe that you're in. And a lot of times with Pisces ascendant, you can feel confused about who you are, or you can change yourself depending on the situations or the people you're surrounded by. So this makes your identity mutable or changeable, and also this makes your emotions fluctuate depending on who you're around. And so you're quite a sensitive individual, and you need solitude in order to recharge your batteries. And with that being said, since the first house is about our actions, when you have the moon in the first house, this indicates that your actions always must be aligned to your heart space, or it will seem fake. Or also it could mean that your actions unconsciously align to how you feel. So a lot of times people can see your emotions written on your face or written on your actions, and it feels like people can always see how you're feeling, or they can like pick up on it visually, you know what I mean? And because you're somebody that wears their heart on their sleeve and you act in accordance to how you feel. A lot of times with the moon in Pisces, this makes you somebody that carries a lot of responsibility, and people see you as this compassionate kind of authority, but it may play out different than how we typically think of an authority. But usually how it works is that since the moon is in your first house, this indicates that you use yourself as a resource, and you use self-reliance in order to accomplish things, because the first house is about ourselves and the moon is what gives us security, or what we tap into when we need to use our resources. And for you, it's yourself. You always go to yourself when it comes to problems. And so in addition, though, you easily take on the emotions of other people. So a lot of times people can make you feel responsible for their baggage. And so automatically you are somewhat of a authority to a certain extent, or like not really an authority, but more so somebody that's very responsible, and that like people can kind of depend on and look up to you in like a backwards way, like not in the way that we think about in society where people are forcing authority on us, but more so you're like the authority that people always come to when they have a problem. That is often how the moon in the first house in Pisces would play out. And a lot of times people make you responsible for their stuff and for their baggage, for their emotions. And so you automatically and unconsciously become somebody that's in charge of like other people's business. And so it can give you good karma in that way. And like you can enjoy the privileges of being somebody that is successful, or that people hold in high regards. And people just see you as this sensitive and caring person. So here's how I would put it. It's like an authority, but it's like more of a Mother Teresa or like a Gandhi type of authority, if that makes any sense. Like the most gentle type of authority there is. But nonetheless, people hold you with such high respect. And I'm not saying that you are those people or that you're like them to the exact T, but that is generally the polarity that you guys that have this placement swing towards. You have you don't tend to put your problems on other people. You tend to take care of yourself, but also other people put their baggage on you on top of that. So with that being said, since the sign of Pisces expands the moon, it does make you more sensitive as an individual, but also it expands your intuition and your ability to make connections and to see synchronicities, especially since the moon is in your first house of sight and of perception. So the way that you see the world is in a more creative lens, or you're able to see the bigger picture, and you tend to be guided by your intuition. That's just your approach to life, and you do what feels right. Or if you're in a situation that doesn't feel right, then it will also affect your actions. Or like if you're uncomfortable, it will negatively affect your ability to act. That's what the moon means in the first house, especially with Pisces. And Pisces moon is about, controlling your surroundings and being able to recharge and find solitude in order to not be overwhelmed. So anyways, that is my moon in Pisces in the first house explanation or breakdown in a nutshell. If you saw yourself in this video or you resonated, don't forget to leave a like if you would like, and subscribe to this channel if you'd like to see more content. And also, I am doing natal chart readings and inquiries. The information for that is in the description. So don't forget to check that out, and check out my Patreon where I post horoscopes for, astrological transits and different events, monthly horoscopes and whatnot. And that comes with a free natal chart reading as well. Other than that, I really appreciate you guys for supporting my channel in any way. And I will see you guys sometime soon in another video.